So what we do here on the Pre-C on TV show is deliver value. And I'd like to welcome Ed Lloyd, awesome Nacho sponsor, to the CE on TV stage. And Ed, 100% of patients think their dentist is expensive, right? So no matter what you charge, I have found that every patient thinks their dentist is expensive, whether they're going to a place that charges $800 for a crown or $2,800. And now I'll kind of weave this into you. I think 100% of dentists think they pay too much in taxes. Would you agree with that statement?
That's probably the biggest concern that I get from the dentist that I talk to. Definitely.
But I did a poll there. Are you happy with the amount of taxes that you paid? And not one dentist said yes. Some said it wasn't as bad as I thought, which was not a full yes, right? So tell us, dentists are running practices, managing their taxes, and tell us what you do to truly reduce their crying inside when it comes to taxes.
What I feel like we do differently is we start off with a tax assessment. And the purpose of that is to see what's working and what's not within inside of their tax structure. There are lots of different things to look at, of course, the entities, the deductions, the misdeductions, loopholes, something for the niche. There's something that's always I've found missing. And that's where we can come in and help provide guidance, provide a plan, just understand what the problem is, bring it down to where very easy to understand, and then most importantly, implement the changes for the dentist so they can reduce their taxes.
And I love that. So I know I'm not an accountant. I don't even play one on TV, but I know April 15th, October 15th, these are big days. So one just passed. When you do a free second opinion for someone, and it's not to in any way throw any other accountants under the bus, because I know this, but what can happen? Do you have a success story to say, hey, we did this for a dentist. It doesn't mean their accountant wasn't doing a good job, but we were able to save them $28,000 next year. What kind of impact when people text tax to 215-543-6454 to get a free second opinion have you had on dental practices?
Some of them, quite honestly, have been pretty significant. We've gone through and done a tax analysis for a dentist and come up with over $100,000 in tax savings.
Awesome.
So our range is typically 25 to 125. It just depends upon, of course, the situation and where they're at, but they're routinely things we find that are missed. And it's not that the person that's doing their taxes is doing a bad job. They're doing what they engage them to do, which is prepare their tax return. Preparing returns and planning it's another specialty. And that's where we differentiate ourselves, because that's what we focus on. And if you focus on that, just like with anything else, you know what to look for. So we focus every engagement and start every engagement with a tax analysis to see what we can bring to the table to help cut your tax bill.
I love that. So people text tax to 215-543-6454. They get a second opinion. I'm sure you find out sometimes they're paying what's in line, but what's even better is you find out that you can save them money, and it is a risk-free opportunity. Would you describe it that way, Ed?
Definitely is. I mean, the worst that's going to happen is I'm in a good spot. That's not a bad place to be. Or, wow, I'm missing this. I need to make some changes.
And I love what you're saying there. I want to interject. So early on in Dental Nachos, one of my original sponsors, actually through Todd and my mutual friend, was a company that helped with credit card processing fees. And they offered a free assessment just like you. And I said, nothing bad can happen. You either find out that you're paying as low as you can for credit card processing, which is great, or you find out you've been paying too much and you can start saving, but you should feel discouraged that you missed out on years and years of savings. And as this theme is the same thing. We have Brian talking about insurance. Do something now to impact your business long-term. And same thing for you, because I know this might be redundant, but once you save them one year, they get to keep saving those each year. Is that accurate?
That's accurate. I mean, the tax laws will change, but we're there to be able to monitor that and make sure that they stay on task for it all.
Awesome, Ed. Well, I really appreciate you sharing with us and supporting us as a sponsor. You want to watch in the beginning of the show, Todd's amazing. And people can text tax to 215-543-6454 to get that free assessment.
Thanks, Paul. I appreciate it.
Awesome.